All right, 26.2 has been announced. Let's go through details on how we should get through this workout. This is the RX version. So we have overhead walking lunges. It's 80 feet total, but you're doing it in 20 feet increments. The 20 feet have to be done unbroken. You're looking to hold that dumbbell with the same arm during that whole 20 feet. You're not going to switch arms. We need to stabilize the shoulder joint, and you're trying to lock out and have it over your head. We do not want it in front of you. It needs to be here. First standard for your lunge is your feet have to start behind the line and your knee has to tap the floor every time. Dumbbell is clearly overhead here, so I have to tap that knee. The bigger the step, the less lunges I have to take, but it's a little bit harder. Make sure you don't shuffle, 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 and then go. That doesn't count. As long you can step into the next one, but I have to stand all the way through and stand. Make sure you step together before you lower. Now, if I was to come and my last rep, my foot was on the line, that's not far enough. I have to do another one, and then we're good to go. So we're doing 80 feet of that. Then you're going into 20 alternating dumbbell snatches. Remember, your hand has to be off your body. It cannot touch you. And you have to switch arms. So if you get a no rep on one arm, you have to repeat that arm and then switch arms. It's a detail there. So your snatches have to be about 5 feet away from the wall, not about 5 feet away from your pull-up bar. Other hands off the body. Both sides of the dumbbell have to touch the floor. I have to switch hands. I could do it at any point on the way down, but if I no repped, let's say I put my hand on, I got a no rep, I got to repeat that arm, and then switch arms. That should be a nice, easy movement. 20 reps, you breathe in there. Then we're doing 20 pull-ups. We go back to our overhead lunges for the same amount, 80, and then our 20 snatches again, and then we're going 20 chest-to-bar pull-ups. Then it goes 80 walking lunges again, 80 feet, 20 snatches again, then 20 ring muscle-ups. So for RX, elite athletes or really advanced athletes, you're sprinting, you're trying to go through as fast as you can. How quickly can you finish your ring muscle-ups? The rest of us are seeing how far can we get into the ring muscle-ups. A lot of the world might be racing through this and trying to get their very first ring muscle-up, which hopefully the magic of the open will do that. But because that's going to be a very common thing, we have tie break times. You're going to have a tie break time after your dumbbell snatch, your first set. Every time you do a dumbbell snatch, we need to record what time you do it. Therefore, for those of you who want to be competitive, you want to get through this as fast as you can, knowing that whoever has the faster tie break time right here, and maybe we all get one ring muscle up, you're going to beat them because you did that first part fast. So think about this. So how should we pace that if we're trying to go as fast as we can, but we still want energy for that ring muscle up? Your overhead lunges, like we said, should be 20 feet. It has to be unbroken. You can't stop and switch in the middle. Has to be. But you want to move through that pretty smoothly. You're switching arms in the turnaround maybe. Dumbbell snatches, they need to be unbroken. Nice, smooth pace. Pull-ups, you don't want to burn your grip out, but make sure your reps are clear. You don't want any missed reps, any failure, any waste of time or energy, but those could be like pretty big sets. Chest to bars, it might be smart to immediately go to singles here so you can preserve your energy for your ring muscle-ups. Especially if you know like you have like 3 to 5 at a time, but they'll go quickly, break these up pretty fast. And then you should have, because we have 15 minutes to get through this, you have a 15-minute cap. Let's say you have 5 minutes left to get 20 ring muscle-ups and you might have gotten 1 or 2 in your life. I would rest an entire minute. Really try to recover as best you can before you do your first attempt, and you'll have a better chance of it versus trying to hit it really quickly. So that's what I recommend for you guys, RX. Let's talk about scaled. We have a little bit of a lighter dumbbell, 35 pounds for men, 20 pounds for women. but we're still doing the same thing of 80-foot overhead walking lunge, 20 alternating snatches, but the gymnastics movement's different. So we have 20 jumping pull-ups first. Those should be pretty quick, no problem. Then we're going through the lunges again, the snatches, but now it's going to 20 pull-ups, unassisted pull-ups. So for a lot of us, we might be getting our first pull-up, or we're wondering like, hey, I've never done 20 in a workout before. Like, let's see what we can get. You might be doing that for you. Or maybe you have pull-ups, but the third gymnastics movement is chest bars, and we're not sure if we can do that yet. And maybe the magic of the open will provide. But same thing like RX, you're racing through, trying to get a fast tie break time here, giving yourself enough rest before you attempt the hardest gymnastics movement. Okay, now little details. I think a lot of us are gonna be thinking, should I go RX or should I go scaled? You might be feeling like you're really stuck in the middle. Yes, it is true. If you do RX, even if you just got through this and maybe you got 5 pull-ups, you will place higher in the CrossFit Games. You will place higher than anybody that did scaled. But it wasn't a very fun workout for you. You'd be more competitive in our House Cup if you do scaled, and you can get through the workout more, try your hand at getting chest to bars. For those of you who have some chest to bars, you should do RX because we're trying to get through this really fast. So recommend you have chest to bars, you're not sure if you have 20, you're not sure if you have 20 after all this, I recommend doing RX today. Another detail we're wondering is, what kind of gear are we using? I recommend bust out your knee sleeves to have a nice little cushion for your walking lunges so you don't have to worry about coming down on that knee too hard. But the big question here is, are we using grips? Now, they're allowed for your gymnastics movements, but having your grips on your hand and holding your dumbbell is not allowed, which means you would have to take the grips off your finger. It could look like this. That's fine if it's flapping around. That's okay. But what do we need grips for? It's only 20 pull-ups and it's only 20 chest bars. Like, only thing, the grips might even get in the way. I don't think they're necessary. Just avoid using those at all so you don't have to deal with the possible no reps. Okay, coaches are gonna make sure that everything's in place. We'll have our dumbbell 5 feet away from your pull-up bar. We'll have our 20-foot markings. We should be able to run pretty big heats tomorrow during Friday Night Lights. So I hope to see you then. If not, remember you can do it at any of our class times tomorrow. And then there's always Second Chance Sundays. Let's get after it.